Hey, fam, what is up? Give everybody time to get in. Y'all know I've been being on my MIA, okay? So, y'all bear with me. Y'all know what's up. How'd that game go, Kyle? How'd that game go, boo? Miss you too, man. Y'all won? Ah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Let me see if I can get sand in here, too. Yeah, it's just a spur of the moment. We're going to see how this rolls. Guys, look, look. I done got my mascara smear and everything. 3 sacks and 2 scores. What position they played, guy? Look at y'all up here, so I'm not all up in the phone like that. What positions are they? Yeah, I gave her your number, Kai. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me turn that on. Mm-hmm. So I ain't the rest of the crew up in here. Let's see if I ain't sand. With 23 and 2, y'all get them lights up. Y'all get them lights up. Wide receiver, running back, and tight end. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to come and see them play. Let me know the next time they play. How about that? How about that, Kai? Next time the boys play, let me know, and then I'll come down there to the game with y'all. That'll be what's up right there. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. I love it. I love it. Keep those kids active. Keep y'all, because I'm telling you, it's been on my heart. I know I sent you guys the information and stuff, that I was channeling today, and it's just laid heavy on my heart, fam. It really has. As far as our youth, our kids, this world's getting rough. Our kids need us. Hey, look, dog, you want to come in here and talk smack? You do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not going to bother me. Y'all cannot trigger me. You can't break what's already been broken, okay? You just can't do it. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, because they went out of town today, so he's picking me up some Severn brews. So I had to give him my order. Yeah. So, I mean, look. Hey, look. Let the trolls troll. Let them do what they do. I mean, they're just looking ignorant at this point. I'm done with talking and trying to make people understand, the severity of what we walking into, fam, what's going on in society. What's up, Ivory? What is up? Giving everybody time to get in. But I had to take a break, y'all. And y'all notice Tab dropped Tara off a Wounded Warrior. Okay? We dropped Tara, okay? So God's children don't need these, okay? I'm going to go ahead and tell you, God's kids, true God babies do not need cards, okay? True God's children can pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that God gives us. Whether it's in the, in the galaxies, whether it's in nature, whether it's by sending somebody in your life that gives you a message, an uplifting word, whatever the information is and wherever it comes from, understand, nothing happens in this world, nothing, without the oversight of the Most High God. We ain't in control of nothing, fam. We are absolutely not in control of nothing. Okay? And if you keep putting trust and faith in men, and when I say men, like human, okay? I'm not talking about a sex or a gender. So I don't want my words misconstrued. Because a lot of people like to take things out of context, twist the narrative to suit their needs. Okay? When if they realize they take it to the Most High God and humble themselves, they'll get the answers they need. They'll get the answers they need. Tab don't put her faith in rocks. I don't put my faith in jars. Okay? All right? And whoever done the screenshot, I appreciate it. Hopefully you got a nice picture of me. Okay, boo? I love you. Okay? But there's some things in this world we need to start paying attention to. Because if you blessed, fam, to wake up every morning and take a deep breath and open your eyes, then you need to give praise. Oh, yeah, I can tell when they screenshot, Ivory. I'm not stupid. I let them do what they do. Because everybody knows who Tab is. I might not have 10,000 views. I might not have it. And the numbers don't even matter. The numbers don't even matter. Because when my time here is done, it's done. Man can judge and do as they please, baby. But you cannot defeat the creator of all creators. So people need to wake up. And get out of this fucking woke ideology. And out of the mindset that somebody owes you something. Did you miss the memo? I think people missed the memo, fam. I really think they missed the memo. You were given life. And you got the freedom to choose. Okay? You got life and you got freedom to choose. So you can choose to continue following the antics and the clown show, or you can put your faith and your trust in the Most High God. What's up, Stephanie? Welcome in, baby. Welcome in. Welcome in, Johnny Bays. There's nothing in this world. It's going to be handed to you that you're going to appreciate, not unless you put forth the right foot or the left foot forward. Okay? I don't care which one you start out on. I don't care. But you've got to understand that eventually there's going to be a day of reckoning. I miss you guys too. I miss you guys too. All right. So, y'all, I was watching the 250th anniversary of our amphibious assault landing team and what the Marine Corps is all about. And I wanted to share this moment with you guys because as I was watching it, the certain part of the commemoration for the Marine Corps and what it's about, this holds a lot and a dear to my heart. Okay? I couldn't have become a United States Marine on my own. I'm going to tell you, fam. It took a lot of courage and a lot of strength. I had to dig deep in my soul. Did I want it? Did I want to be able to bear that title? Absolutely. Why did I want to do it? Because out of 5 generations, counting back as far as we know, there's not one female to ever graduate high school. There was not one to end up pregnant before the age of 18, ending up being a single mother. I didn't have a father until my stepdad came along. And I'm blessed to have that man in my life. However, it didn't fill the empty void. I still searched for something. Yes, I grew up in a Christian home. Matter of fact, my parents quit going to church, and I'm the one that got them back into church. But I still yearn for more. I wanted more out of life than what was passed down to me. I didn't want to be the statistic of the mother that dropped out before the age of 18 of high school, didn't complete her education, can't speak proper English, with a broken home. Thank God my mama stopped the legacy of the abortions, and I was the first child to be born within that generation that wasn't aborted. It's time for us to make a change, fam. We might not can't change government. We might not can change the man to the left or the right of you opinion on something. But there is one thing you can change. The trajectory of your life. And that was what I was set out to do. I had told my mother when I was in high school, when she told me I had to get a job to get my driver's license, which I didn't get a permit. I got a driver's license. I said, I will never work at a fast food restaurant. I will not be a waitress like you. I grew up with my mother. I learned real quick with a young mother. My brother, not so much. We're 5 years apart. And yes, I grew up in the generation where we were to do as we were told and speak when we were spoken to and to know our place. Was it rough? Absolutely. Was my mother hard on me? Absolutely. Was it the best childhood growing up poor with a single mother? No, it wasn't. Was all the anger and the resentment she had because she didn't get her childhood because the decision she made was taken out on me? No, it wasn't. Was it fair? No, it wasn't. However, we can't change the past, collective. So why do we keep reliving it? Why do we keep going back to the past, seeking for answers when our future is waiting on us? So I wanted to share this with you guys because it really, really, really stuck heavy to my heart. The values that I learned from what instilled me to be a very strong-minded individual in this society. And to be able to see beyond the color of people's skins, the color of their mindset. It may make me mad. It may infuriate me. It may even drive me back to therapy sometimes because I care. I care, collective. I care for each and every single soul that walks the presence of this earth. Our Father told us to love our enemies like we do ourselves. So just think, when your mouth opens up and you speak the rhetoric and the garbage out of your mouth to belittle a child, a creation of the Most High God, you're speaking of how much you care about yourself. You're speaking to yourself. So for all the ones that's out there that does not agree with what goes on in society, just understand, you speaking to yourself. So, just to give you a little insight, my core values still hold dear to my heart. So does my Second Amendment rights to be able to protect myself and bear arms, just as well as my constitutional rights, just as well as the Ten Commandments. So whenever I embraced the balance of understanding what it means to have honor, to be able to honor and show honor, to be committed and to value things in life, and having the courage to step out on that faith and do so. It bears a stripe on my back. It challenged me. It tests me. Do you understand, collective, that sometimes our Father challenges us? He tests us, or she, because God is of spirit. Are you going to subdue the challenge? Or are you going to surrender? Are you going to wave the white flag? Are you going to honorably stand up and have the courage and be committed to being a warrior? And some of those same values that was instilled in me in the core was also grounded in my faith. You understand, my brother called me from Iraq. And he was this silver platter poster child. I was the rebel without the cause. He never smoked. He never drank. He never cussed. He never got into trouble like I did. He didn't do that. He was the poster child, the perfect child. I was the rough one. I admit, I take accountability. But when he called me from Iraq, he said, sister, I'm going to die and go to hell. And I said, little bro, what you talking about? He said, I'm taking people's life for a living. I said, whoa, hold on a second, son. Chill out, little bro. Whose country are you fighting for? My country. That was the reply I got. I said, whose country? He said, my country. I said, are you sure it's yours? He said, no. He said, actually, it's God's. And you're right, it is. I said, all right. Did God not have warriors to protect his children in his country and his land? Yes, sis. All right, then. Well, every soul that you take, you pray for them. You show mercy. You show grace. He did a double pump in Iraq during 9/11. And he has acceded and went on. He was the second one to follow my legacy. I had a daughter that got intertwined in social media that infested her mind with the parasites as a young 15-year-old girl. That had me spiraling, having nightmares of my child laying in a ditch, bloody and carved to death. And when I go investigate and figure out why, because my child had it in her mind that she wasn't good enough, and she was fat, and she was ugly, and she was carving herself with these words like a pumpkin. This is the second body that followed in my legacy, which is now a sergeant for the United States Marine Corps EOD. I took a child and rendered my open doors of my home that was not living in the best conditions. During COVID, was doing school online because we were locked down, and still was about to end up losing all the scholarships that he could have had playing football to go off to college. Because he wasn't logging into class. He wasn't directed collective. He had nobody to show him guidance. His grandmother gained custody of him as an infant when the law found him in a crack house, in a carry-on. This is now my son-in-law, the father of my first grandchild, that works on our amphibious assault landing gear as a mechanic for the United States Marine Corps. That also followed in my legacy. Does everybody need to be a Marine? No, they don't. But when you build a legacy and you set an example before your peers and the youngsters in your community, as well as the children in your family, stay committed. Have the courage to stand up and guide them. Break them away from the social media rhetoric. Love them. Sometimes that's all it takes, collective. It's just to love them. So I want to share this with y'all. And y'all embrace what you want to embrace out of it. Take what you want to take. Let it feed your soul. I appreciate you. And hopefully it don't come into commercials because it will cut out on my screen.
When paying with Cash App card,
well, hold on, y'all.
Because you have roundups turned on.
Give me 17 cents on Bitcoin.
Choose from over 3,000 glasses to match your vibe day to night. Shop now at iBuyDirect.com.
And if y'all have never watched this gentleman here,
and that's what I got, Devil Dog.
Jaco,
Happy birthday,
Navy SEAL,
thumbs up.
go watch his content. He's amazing. He's amazing. So I want to share this with y'all. I'm going to step back, bring y'all a little bit closer so y'all can listen up.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Craig, welcome in, baby. I just seen you.
For the world
Just seen you. That's what's up.
Exclusive release of the full 250th birthday message from the 39th Commandant and 20th Sergeant Major of the United States Marine Corps.
Through every battle, every climb, in every place. No matter the odds, no matter the obstacles.
Hey, I'm on live celebrating 250 with my...
We overcome and close with and destroy the enemy.
See?
We know the future will not be the same.
Regular Son of Monroe.
But the one thing we know will always
No.
remain is the Marine.
Oh, that's it. All right, love you. You're welcome, welcome, Ivory, welcome. Is the volume good for you guys? Can y'all hear pretty good?
For 250 years, we have formed ranks and...
Hey, Peter, what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate y'all. Y'all hit that like button, fam. Y'all hit the like button on your way in.
Marine Corps is a far-flung organization. Detachments of Marines are serving in every Navy Yard, naval station, and guarding every naval activity everywhere in the world. I visited a great many of those places. Everywhere I heard expressions of goodwill towards the Marines. Everywhere I observed the friendly relations existing between the people and the Marines.
For 2.5 centuries, we've shouldered the responsibility of freedom on behalf of our nation. Every battle fought, every sacrifice made has been etched into our legacy.
We're Marines.
Why am I worried about this? I'm not worried. I'm celebrating this.
Anywhere we can make something happen that'll...
I'm celebrating. You read the title?
We are that
It says 250th anniversary. Come celebrate with me, fam.
We trust our corporals with more responsibility, our lieutenants with more responsibility, our lieutenant colonels with more responsibility than any other branch of service, because we do more with less. There's no other branch that can do that.
It's by far the greatest institution still in my mind on the face of the planet, because not everybody can be a Marine. You have to earn the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. And I think that's what attracts the type of people that the Marine Corps has.
Every Marine who has earned the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor bears a
Thank you for your service,
responsibility
Cody.
that stands
Appreciate you.
the test of time. To the Marines, past, present, and future.
Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the fam. You hit that like button.
We are the
Subscribe.
people. Core of our being is that we're convinced we're the best fighting force in the world, and the truth is, we are.
I believe the immediate bond between Marines is so strong just because of the way we're trained. We have a very specific niche culture of, greatness.
And no, I'm not a trans woman. I'm a woman.
I think all
I
those
am a
things,
woman.
separate us, and we find them.
I
in
am
each other.
1%
You may have a reason
of the
why
elite
you joined, but
fighting
there's a reason why
force.
you stay. You stay because of everything.
I
you've
very
learned
much
about
will
how
claim
to be
my
a warrior,
womanhood. I
how
am
to
a woman.
maintain those warrior ethics so that when that bomb goes off, you're ready to do your part.
As Marines, our warrior mindset is something.
But I appreciate it. Thank you, Mike Jones.
For 250 years, the Marine Corps has been successful because that's the only option. Success is all we know.
The character of war has and will continue to change. We have adapted, evolved, and innovated. But our warrior spirit remains consistent.
The nature of war is taking something that somebody else has that you want, and it's never changed, probably never will change. The character of war, however, has changed a lot. World War II, we used ships, planes, bombs. All the way to today, we use, as you can tell by the news, we use ships, planes, bombs. We just have a lot better technology.
I don't know that one battlefield's ever been the same for any generation. The types of war, the ways of war, all that is constantly going to be changing.
Are we evolving, collective?
Our next and our future wars is not going to be the technology.
Hey, Elizabeth. Welcome in, fam. Welcome in, Tiff.
The belief of our people, of what they believe in, and the standards that they hold themselves to.
We are more lethal, more capable, and more ready than ever, while grounded in the traditions that made us who we are. We will not win the next fight on platforms alone. It is the Marine who will break the will of the enemy.
As Marines, I believe the most powerful aspect of our training and such an important part of who we are, holding on to that history that came before us. The Marine Corps is lethal because of our willingness and our eagerness to take a fight to the enemy in any climb or place and win those battles, sometimes at any cost.
Our history is not only a story of battles won, it is a story of people, of commitment, of family. An unbreakable bond that transcends ranks and lasts a lifetime.
Wow.
I think the only way to honor them is to live a life that's worthy of their sacrifices.
Okay,
The only
collect.
way that you can do that is by going out and being the best that you can be.
Okay.
By going out and by still upholding those standards as a Marine, by celebrating them, by telling their stories and giving the next generation some legacy to live up to.
Amen.
Cream rises to the top. And that's what we have in the Marine Corps today. The Marine Corps is the operational Marine Corps. But there's another aspect of the Marine Corps. It's the former Marines or former active duty who are out there in all walks of life. It's amazing when you think of it.
Being in service was a privilege. It was the best time of our lives. But it was a sacrifice. And your family is part of that sacrifice. And Marine wives or Marine spouses, they deserve a lot of credit as well. The kids being uprooted, moving, it's a sacrifice to serve our country.
Without the support of their loved ones and their immediate family, it's hard for them to complete their job. So again, it's so important for military families and Marine Corps families to understand that their role and the role that they play in supporting their loved one while serving is just as important.
For 250 years, we have proven there is no better friend and no worse enemy than a U.S. Marine.
For those people who wish evil upon the greater good, David Bellavia said it best, somebody else will raise your children.
Okay, now. Did you hear what he said?
Enemies of our nation, don't get comfortable. whether you're in the air, at sea, or on the ground. We adapt. We always have, and we always will.
If it comes down to one-on-one, mano-a-mano, and you turn us loose, I can promise you this, you're not going to survive.
From our first amphibious landing at Nassau to the black sands of Iwo Jima to urban combat in Fallujah, our Corps has come a long way since Samuel Nichols first took command of 2 battalions at Tun Tavern. Though weapons, platforms, and technology continue to evolve, our individual Marines' grit, discipline, resolve remain our decisive advantage.
For 2.5 centuries, Marines have preserved our legacy as America's premier expeditionary force because we are forward, ready, and lethal. From the moment a Marine earns their Eagle Globe and Anchor, they inherit a rich tradition of honor, courage, and commitment, a legacy that is etched on our souls forever. Our history is one of winning our nation's battle, and make no mistake, we will be called to fight again. We will be ready, and we will win.
Since our foundation, we have fought in every climb and place, upholding our oath and preserving who we are, the few and the proud. But we cannot break stride. We must continue to train for the next fight, because victory will go to those who seize the initiative, impose their will, and never yield. The pursuit of excellence in the profession of arms is our heritage, forged by an unbreakable fighting spirit.
Woo!
The memorial
Unbreakable fighting
stands
spirit.
as a testament to that fact. We stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before us. We must not
3737
The
collective.
challenge is on all of us every day to uphold the standard that the title Marine demands. Happy 250th birthday, Marines. Semper Fidelis.
Yet! Hoorah! All right, let's pause. Come on now. All right, fam. Woo! Okay. Did you hear what he said? They come from all walks of life, collectively, as a cohesive unit. As a cohesive unit to fight against the enemy that tries to strip your freedom to speak, your freedom to get up and choose what you want to do on a daily. Your freedom to become the individual that God's purposed you to be. The freedom to have or love who you want to love. The freedom to worship whatever God you want to worship. These are the rights and liberties that our country is facing and is at stake. Why? Why, collective? Let's ask ourselves, why? Because we cannot somehow come together as a cohesive group and look beyond the differences, the different opinions, the different values, the different views, the different walks of life, the different ethnicities, the different races, the different sexes. As American citizens, we cannot forge together. Instead, we forge and fight each other. So it's time to lay down your thoughts when it comes to how you feel about certain things, collective. And recognize there is a bigger beast at hand, and that lots of veterans, to include myself, have been yelling this for a long time. Sometimes it takes the raging of the beast. Sometimes it takes war to bring peace. Because we still have an enemy that is there, that is going to continue coming. They're not going to stop, collective. So, Michael Bell, so that ability to call me a goofy ass, just think what I'm saying. That amendment right for you to speak such demeanor on an individual, you have no clue who and what I am about, and characterize me as a goofy ass, just understand you're jeopardizing that right by not understanding that all it takes, collective, to realize that our freedom is at stake. And it was the wars before that got us to where we have the freedoms we have today. The men and women that sacrificed their life, their family, the blood, the sweat, the tears. I know I missed my child's first step. I missed her first word. But my children don't downplay me because they knew what I was doing. I was fighting to continue pressing forward, to forge a world, a society for them to grow in, that they can flourish and make a decision and choose who and what they want to be when they grow up. These are your rights that you're putting at jeopardy, collective, because you can't put your opinions and your feelings aside. How do we unite? How do we come together? We're not enemies with each other. We're enemies to the ones that tried to take our freedom. That parasitically manifest in our children's mind. I don't care if you Christian. I don't care if you Catholic. I don't care if you black. I don't care if you white, you're Asian, you're polka dotted. I don't care if you're rich or you're poor. Like I told my daughter when she came to me and she said, Mom, I want to be a United States Marine like you. I said, okay. Well, all I'm going to do, and I'm going to say about it, if that's the decision you make, I back you 110%. However, when you put your boots on, you lace your laces tight. You strap them on real tight. You go in there, you kick ass, you take names, and tell them they got a question that you ain't got a fucking answer. Because sometimes we don't have the answer, collective. The ideologies that is in some people's mind, that it's our right to take children's life, to have these electronics that you're watching right now, by the way, that is killing millions, has killed millions of children in the Horn of Africa that are mining. These children that were stripped of their childhood to be trained to kill American people because they hate us. They're not going to stop. collective. So whenever you are raising flags and you're flying them high, and they are not sparkled with the red, white, and blue stars that embrace the unity of our country, I just want you very aware that you're weakening your mind, your body, and your soul to sell out for the enemy. Now, you take it how you want to take it. But collective, it's time to quit playing games. Quit feeding into the clown shows. Quit feeding into social media. Quit digging in the past, trying to dig up old graves and old bones and old stones to cast at each other. And look to your brother and your sister to the left or right of you and ask them, how can we remain a free country? What do we need to do to be able to get it together? And if they start chunking up old garbage and old bullshit that has nothing to do with the future of this country, then shut it down and walk away. Because some of them are not going to embrace the liberties of this country, but very well want to be spoon-fed by the government and live in the chaos. It's time to come off the titty milk collective. And before I finished my last live, I said, and I made it very clear, I hold this very dear to my heart. I sacrificed a lot. And so has many others have sacrificed a lot. But I'm still willing to sacrifice and continue fighting. Are you collective? Are you a true warrior? And do you believe that God still exists and has power over any elected official? Are you able to embrace your brother and sister? From our walks of life and come together stronger, more willing, have more courage, have more faith to forge and leave that legacy for our new uprising generation? I don't know. What are you smoking? ODIN? Odin? Is that Odin? Don't look like I'm smoking nothing. Why do witches wear panties? I don't know. I'm not a witch. They're Lucifer. So has anybody got anything for me before I log off of here? What is up, Ghost Dog? I think all communication lines went down. I think we all had to have a reset. Yes, and I know Jesus loves me. I absolutely do. And I love him too. Because I wouldn't be the woman I am and got as far in life as I have without him. You welcome the quiet one. Absolutely. Thank you, Grounded Knowledge. I appreciate you, every one of y'all. Make a difference in somebody's life, collective. Sometimes it takes just listening to our children. And the song that I had in my mind over and over and over again, that was just replaying in my mind this morning, was POD, Youth of Our Nation. These kids are hurting, collective. Mental health is on a rise. The drug crisis is on a rise. And the enemy is just taking advantage of each and every weakened thread of our fabric. Each and every thread. We need our men to step up for these fatherless children out here and embrace a child that don't belong to you and guide them. I'm a woman. I have been working with youth in my neighborhood, getting them out of the streets, collective. What's up, Cecilia? Welcome in, baby. Even down to, I even have a 51-year-old man call me because his anxiety is breaking and he can't take it. Collective, sometimes that's all it takes. But don't be fooled, okay? And let that demonic energy attach to you. Your demons are these mental health problems. They're manifested in your mind. Anything that takes you away from the freedom and clarity of the just God is those demons. Depression is a demon. Christ himself fought that demon. Lazarus fought demons. Your word is full of spiritual warfare. Collective, but it's in the mind's eye. Are you going to embrace those issues, or are you going to fight against them? Start with yourself first. Fight that inner war within yourself. Become a stronger warrior. And get out there and prophesize how you've overcome it and help somebody else. You think these things is manifesting in some kind of... No. And all it's doing is feeding the melting pot called Big Pharma. So if you can't beat the demon, you medicate it. And then the human form of you, the godly form of you, is lost somewhere. Heal these wounds, fam. I'm 100% caught with mental health alone, not including the other page and a half of issues I have. But I went in the core fighting and I came out the core fighting. And I'm not going to stop. Because I owe my Creator at least that much. Every single day I get up and have the ability to take a breath called life. To take a breath to choose. I don't worry about nothing there, proper orientation. I don't worry about nothing. The Spirit of God can't live where worry and fear and stress resides. You have to lay all that down, boo. Sacrifice yourself on a daily. Sacrifice yourself on a daily for the greater good. Well, baby, it's time for you to clean up your act. Because where fear resides, the devil lies. And the truth is not in you. And that's the reason why you fear something that is not there. That's the reason why people are seeing things that they can't explain. As my right ear is screaming. It is dead ringing. Yeah, the grounding knowledge. Yeah, the medication is finally lowered. Why? To make it easier. Let's make it easier to keep you doped up. Let's make it cheaper and affordable for you to stay doped up. Especially when it comes to mental health medications. I suffered a TBI. Major depressive disorder, hyperinsomnia, cognitive dysfunction, generalized anxiety. I don't take that crap. You can pay me to stick another pill in my mouth. Continue playing Russian roulette with your life if you may, but Tab won't do it. Learn how to calm yourself. Grounding orientation, my information, my email is located in the description box. Shoot me an email. Shoot me an email. I'll send you my direct link. I'll give you some tips and tricks to help you. But you don't have to feed into this collective. I get up every day. Every day. Don't think that damn demon ain't sitting on my shoulder. You know, especially with what's going on right now. But know how much you can handle. Know your triggers. Be aware of your surroundings. But hit me up, Grounded Knowledge. We'll talk. We'll talk. Just like people over here suffering. I had a close family member, you know, that I grew up with them. My parents grew up together. Called me yesterday. I stayed on the phone with her for 2 hours. She has 2 metal rods in her back. Has chronic pain daily. Can hardly move sometimes. Hardly sleep. Diagnosed with the back issues as well as fibromyalgia. How'd you do it, Tal? I'm going to tell you how I did it. And then I pointed her in the right direction. I want to come off these medicines. Seems like I take one and I have to take another one, and I have to take another one, and then I have to take another one, and that one don't right, and that one don't work. Quit poisoning your body, fam. Quit contaminating your waters. There's other ways to heal. Mentally, physically, and emotionally. But from this day forward, Tab is not flipping another tarot card. This was just to prove that God's children God's children can get the downloads. We can get the direction we need to go. All you have to do, collective, is sometimes just stand still. Just stand still. Listen to your thoughts. Listen to your gut. Follow your intuition. Embrace the signs and synchronicities that are around you. People ain't brought into your life for no reason, collective. If you've come across my page, it's for a reason. Just like the one that brought me to Terra, for a reason. It's time to come out of the dark. It's time to embrace the light side of God, the loving side of God, not the vengeful God. Let his wrath be his. That's not our lane. It's not our place to go out there and correct and judge other people. It is his. It is God's, not ours. Quit setting yourself up for failure before you sell your soul. And you don't wake up the next morning. Or you don't make it home from work because you end up in a terrible accident. Quit stressing the inevitable, fam. Get out into your community. Give back. Show people that there are still loving people out there that can accept them and meet them where they're at. Christ didn't meet us sitting on a high horse. He didn't meet us at our peak and our best, did he, collective? When did Spirit meet you? Where was you at, collective? When you got the call. Absolutely, quiet one. Where was you at? I was partying and smoking and popping the pills and all the 9 yards, and I was having a blast. I had a house full every single day. Mind you, I worked. I was the head of my household. Married. Even took care of my mother-in-law. And I wasn't but 19. But God took 2 kids from me. I was pregnant with twins. They didn't make it. Because I still needed to clean up my life, collective. I needed to clean up my life. You want to be blessed? Clean up your life. Clean up your vessel. But I love you guys. I don't know when I'll be back. But for anybody that needs anything, needs an ear, you know, somebody to, you know, bounce your thought process off on, hit me up. My email's always open. Tab's going to be working on some things to get together to where we go from here. Because there's a lot in healing that's going to need to be done when all this is said and done. But I'm claiming victory today, tomorrow, until the day that our Father calls us home. I want to give y'all hugs, love, and blessings abundantly. And continue praying for your warriors out there that are fighting for our freedom. Pray for those that are hungry, that are homeless. Get out there and help somebody. If it ain't nothing but opening up a door for the elderly man or woman trying to get in the store. Show that compassion. Show that love. And let people know you can look beyond, even with their radical, idealistic mindsets. And let them know that you can love them, even if they're your enemy. Okay? I love y'all. Let's say a prayer before I jump off of here. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, Most High God, I want to give you praise, glory, and most of all, give you my life and my vessel to continue filling me with your spirit, guiding me and leading me as I walk through this life here on earth. Help me be a witness and a guiding lamp in this lost and dying world. Maybe that one person that may cross my path, that you can speak through me, utilize my vessel to draw them closer to you, help them heal their mind, their body, and their soul, to surrender to you for guidance, truth, and light. I pray for our nation, our leaders, our children, and our enemies. Have mercy and grace upon them. Touch them and anoint them with the Spirit of God. Let it flow over them. That if they don't know you as the truth, the way, and the light, that they shall surrender and tremble till they come to acknowledge you are the Most High God. And I want to give you the praise and the glory for it. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Most High. All right, fam. I love y'all. I'm out of here. Peace be with you.